and roses turn, I sing alone, oh, me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful.
Friday 22nd, a group of families and friends gathers at Mojo Coffee Gallery in Northeast to commemorate the loving memory of Marko Fields, who passed away in January 18th, 2026. You know the complexity and the greatness of a man when in his memorial as many pastors showed up as his friend from Narcotic Anonymous.
So Marko's gift of recovery to others has been really, really powerful.
Whose gratitude? My gratitude speaks when I care, when I share with others the DNA way.
Marko's daughter Abadel was managing her emotion and the event.
What do I say about someone who has been both friend and family to me and my family since 1991? Do I make this funny? He loves funny. He loves irreverence and smart humor. Should I convey emotion and tell you how it felt to be his friend? Should I list the chronology of my friendship and the events of our friendship? How about our cigar conversations?
This is in my living room.
Oh, really?
Saint Haram Maxim, old zombie killer. Mojo oil. Most excellent and effective monster and demon repellent. He fought for people of color, man, I'm sorry, I'm just emotional. I'm tears from.
I first heard of Marko in Pittsburgh at Insika many years ago, and then when I met him, I realized that he totally was larger than life, and an artisan and an artist, and personality big enough to fill the whole country.
For me, Marko is very good to me. When I was kind of a little shithead and didn't really deserve it, and but needed somebody like him to set me straight a little bit and also be nice to me, and we got along really well, and he meant a lot to me, and still does.
I remember walking into the school library, brand new school, huge school, walked into the library, and Marko sees, he's in there, and he sees, I didn't know he was in there, but he sees me walk in, and he jumps up on the library table, and he goes, "Becky, watch this," and he starts in what we call the Snoopy dance.
I had some specific goals. With students, I wanted to convince everyone that art is important, art is essential. And it is something that I feel I'm blessed to have been able to dedicate my life to.
I'm Elliot Backbeat Harris. I know Marko right before COVID, coming here playing music, and he asked me to join his project. And I joined and been having so much fun celebrating life all the way, and going to keep passing it forward, as I know what I saw in him is so true, the spiritual and the love and everything that is positive, helping each other and supporting everybody. So, yes.
It is written about a time when I needed a lot of grace. And I wrote it so that I wouldn't forget that. So that's what this song is. Smoke so heavy in here, sometimes I think it's gonna break through me. Cannonballs in the middle of the afternoon. Tired hookers and retired pops, and we all just watching the
He was a collector of curious things and a collector of interesting people. Congrats, y'all. If you are here, you are interesting.
You know, I have met Marko more than 10 years ago. Really, he was larger than life. And at Amujo, he welcomed every one of us. I mean, across the board, despite your creed, your religion, anything. And I loved his music because I love blues, and he was an outstanding blues musician. God bless him. Rest in peace, Marko.
I know a lot of Marko, but the little that I know of Marko was always very impressive. He was a man of a huge heart, like Abigail said, or maybe Michael said. He was a man of very giving man, could be very stubborn, but at the same time very giving.
Well, Marko and I had a short relationship. I was there with him as he got ready to pass, and it was just a beautiful journey. He's a beautiful man. Taught me a lot about dying in a respectful and gracious way, and I'll always remember that for the rest of my life. So thank you, Marko.
His experience with Marko and all of the people. He talked about Coco quite a bit and their relationship, and just seeing how he moved through all these stages of himself in his dying process, and hearing that from Julio was very powerful for us. I feel him in this room tonight.
It was a wonderful journey. It was interesting how it all happened, you know, how we met and how I got connected to all these people, now more connected. Such amazing community. And you.
I was stirring up noise with the boys, getting drunk and playing too much Oh yeah, I stumbled and got humbled. I first met Marko when you were interviewing him out on the patio. And it was a very engaging interview. And obviously you had your hands full because he wouldn't stop talking. He had a lot of stories to tell. The rest is history. I became kind of his music coordinator here and booked the music for Saturdays and Sundays. And Marko always made sure that the musicians got paid. Got a good, nutritious Mojo meal. And
I met him about 15 years ago while jurying an art show for ceramics. And he was articulate and funny and charismatic. And we were with him in the end when he passed. And
Great. I had a whirlwind relationship with him this last year. We met at Minnesota Oncology and bonded, and he needed help, and I enjoyed being a friend. It still is amazing. And I'm just so glad everyone's here.
I am Marko's oldest friend. I got clean with him in Key West some 40 years ago. I met him 5 months after he got in recovery, and we have remained friends during that time. I've had the pleasure of long-distance relation. I was able to visit him when he went away to college, when he went away to graduate school. I was his best man at his wedding.
Wonderful evening. A lot of people show up. A lot of friends from different stages of Marko's life. I just want to share with you the last time I saw Marko. I went to visit him at the hospice, and he was just lying down, just out of it, closed his eyes, and I sat with him, and the nurse came, and give him some medicine and something, and he just perks up and then opened his eyes and looked at me, and he said, Ahmad, if I was a gay, I would have been all over you. Then I asked the nurse, what kind of medication did you give him? Marko, I love you, man.